I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A stop here would really bail out this defense after they were put in a tough spot. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got him downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. And the Razorbacks are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Takes the handoff. It's Francis. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Looking to the big tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short and 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Southern Miss. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Just about set to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the returner is stopped. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Using his legs, it's Sampson. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first. Fair catch called for and made. Getting set for first down. Running it to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Power football with the run. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Miller with the ball. On the move at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. With the run on first and goal. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Slips away. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They've marched it down to the 4, but now facing a 3rd and goal. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
and they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for space to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To throw, it's Green. Dumps it off in the flats. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They want to run it left here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. On the move, it's Hill. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Sixth play of the drive coming up. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Arkansas! Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half. And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David. There is nothing more demoralizing than that for defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Running with power. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Hard running there. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snags it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clock reads 12 seconds as they head to the line. We'll see if they're content to go to the locker room. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Green. Feeling some heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They're bringing heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got it past the marker. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Haas. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Throws to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Wants to throw on third down. He's got his man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. The give is to Miller. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Right back to the well. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! They move on top here in the fourth.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. Now adjusting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He throws one to the left. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one instead. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moving out of the pocket. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
It's caught. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, we always talk about the first down. Just get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The hand to the running back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll try the right side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He wants to go deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus.
Off he goes. He's at the 10. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is...
Touchdown time! And in the final moment, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by the... Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pick suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt. But decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
First down here for the offense. Handoff to the single back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
He'll throw it. Quickly complete. Powers through. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Green. Got the back over the middle. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll just keep slinging it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he delivers the stiff arm for a solid pickup on the play. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Motion from the offense. A jet sweep pass. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
At the 14-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Running back goes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the ball's free in the backfield. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's back. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the ball is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Can't get him to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to...
Picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. Coming after it. He'll pull it down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. And the ball is loose on the return. And they're able to dive on that football and get it back. That would have been a disaster to cough it up immediately after a score.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He uncorks one deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes a connection. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half with the game time.
The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
From the gun, running back on the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
So if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Another incompletion on third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Well, if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Handoff from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the left. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Back to the ground game on the left. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in the position to win.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score! Touchdown, Georgia! This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for the offense to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Coming out with it, it's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is.
Open runway ahead. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Skips away from pressure. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is a situation as a defense. The game's on the line. You got to know the situation. A completion over the middle of the field to the 10-yard line, I tackle him, I get him on the ground, the ball game's over. Ball thrown in the end zone, swat that ball to the ground.
Takes it to the house. They are down by 1, and the clock strikes 0.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. Trying to punch it in. He is in! The 2-point conversion is good, and they win the game! Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in the...
Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's second and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Coaches say, we can't play you if you don't do what you're coached to do. We also can't play you if you only do what you're coached to do. That was just a great instinctive play.
That's a lot of do's, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? All I know is that guy's fast, and he continues to break tackles and make plays and scramble outside the pocket. He can do it all, so I don't know what to do.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That is how you finish a play with some serious physicality. Nice job by the defense. He gets 1 yard, and you do the rest. You hit him, and you make him feel it. Next time he catches the football, he's going to be like, hey, where's that dude at?
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They've got the screen set up. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig scene.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Dropping back, it's Green. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It's now third down.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And the ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Arkansas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the ground, it's Jackson. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep...
What a cut. Now he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Green. Might be looking to run. Still running at the 40. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Using the quick game. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. He makes the connection.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
This offense has a second down play. Setting up the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game of divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he puts through the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They're trying, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push the guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. He's got it, and they convert. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Gonna run it. It's James. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Oregon 15, Arkansas 10.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and rest this thing.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Dropping back, it's Green. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nothing but Green ahead. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Brings up second and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best 2-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Wants to throw. It's Green. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Great play by the defense there. You're winning by 2. You can't allow them to tie it. Someone's got to make a play, and they show up in a big moment.
16.
Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged on the outside, it's Stewart. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first.